All right. According to this thing, I'm live. Oh, it's always so much fun to try to figure it out and make sure that everything is working right and so forth. Hey, how you doing today? This evening, I should say. Oh my goodness. So it looks like we have a couple folks coming on. Say hi. Let me say, hey, folks. And yeah, say hi, and I'll go ahead and get started. So this is only our second Patreon live stream, just the second, but it's also my phone's reminding me that I have a live stream to do. Turn it upside down. It's also the last live stream of the year, right? And so I've been trying to figure out, well, what do I want to do? Well, I want to kind of share something with you folks. So my wife and I, well, heck, let's do this. I'm going to pull up. We're going to take a little walk. All right, here it is. Bear with me. Okay. It'll get there. All right. There, and I'm now gonna push this button right here. There we go. Now, by the way, if this poops out on you, don't worry. I'll be right back. The last time I tried this, it kind of pooped out halfway through, but that's okay. We're gonna try it again. So I want to show you something. Come on down here, and yeah, it's our Christmas room. We got the Christmas tree all set. Some matching who's-a-ma-what's-its and so forth. I got to put up my leg lamp. I need to do the leg lamp. But this is what I want to show you. Yes, my wife and I have a condition. As you can see, we really, really enjoy nutcrackers. Yes, lots and lots and lots of nutcrackers, more or less permanently set up. Now, we're going to do some new things with that room, so that won't be the case for too terribly long. But yeah, we're old. You gotta develop some old people habits as you get older, or old people hobbies, I guess you should say, right? Old people hobbies. Hey, it looks like it's stuck around with us. So let's come back to our original fold there. So, yeah. My wife and I enjoy nutcrackers, and so I thought I want to make a nutcracker. Because I get these wild ideas in my head, and I go, oh, look at all these nutcrackers. It'd be fun to make one. And I thought, well, what kind of nutcracker would I make? I'd make an Iron Man nutcracker, but not the Mark II, the fancy one. I'm talking the Mark I. And so that's where this guy came from. I made this guy last year. Hold on, there we go. In his full splendor and glory there. As a matter of fact, let me show you something he does. I can go ahead and take off the breastplate there. Has magnets there. And then I can work out this light. Come on, you. There we go. And check this out. This is the arc reactor. Put that back on in there. And now we can see him with the arc reactor on. I know you can barely see the light because there's a lot of light on him, right? But yeah, I made this guy last year and had an absolute blast doing it. Now, if you want to see what he started as, he started out like this. It's just a blank that I bought at, I guess it was Michael's. I guess Michael's, or maybe Hobby Lobby, probably Michael's. So yeah, he started out looking like this, and we got him looking like that. There we go. And I documented the whole thing. Here, I'll show you. If you go over to another YouTube channel I have called Rattling Around the Garage, I actually documented the making of this arc reactor, this thing. Let's see here. If I can turn off the sound, I'm going to make sure the sound is off, right? So later on, if you wanted to, you could watch the video and see how I made them in all the different steps and stages that I followed and so forth. And yeah, kind of fun. You can see everything that I did there and how I did it if you're at all interested in that sort of thing. So what got us into nutcrackers? Well, my wife and I really like to visit Vegas. We like to go to Las Vegas. Well, I'd say fairly often, but not as often as we would like. We probably go maybe once a year, right? And at the Bellagio, of course it's the Bellagio. We don't stay at the Bellagio. Well, we have a couple of times. Anyway, at the Bellagio, you know, where they have their big, beautiful, amazing flower garden display and so forth, they have a garden shop. And you have to go through the shop. As David Tennant's Doctor Who says, it's nice to have a shop. You ought to have a shop. Well, they have a shop. And we went through one time and we saw this nutcracker and we just fell in love. We were just like, this is the coolest thing in the world. Well, it's one of these nutcrackers that is part of a series. This series was the 12 Days of Christmas. Is that what it is? 12 Days of Christmas? I don't know, something like that. And this was like number 3, maybe? I don't know. And so we picked it up, but then we thought, well, now hold on. If it's part of the 12 Days of Christmas, we ought to get the others. And one thing led to another, and before you know it, we have a complete room full of nutcrackers. So, yeah, kind of fun. So, in making this guy, of course, you can watch the video, but I'll go ahead and do a little bit of explanation. First of all, you know how when you have a dent in your car, if you take it to a body shop, they'll repair it. But one of the ways that they repair it is by using Bondo. I think it is Bondo. It's basically this clay-like material that you can put on the dent or the fixed dent, and then they sand it down, get it nice and smooth, and then paint over the Bondo. And you never know that there was ever a dent there. Well, I discovered that wood filler works as kind of a Bondo. And so a ton of this is made, of course, from the original guy here, but from tongue depressors, I guess they're called, popsicle sticks, tongue depressors, and so forth. And then I put together with Bondo, and then I sanded it all down and so forth. Took me actually a hell of a lot longer than I thought it would. But I did a ton of that. The welds there that you see, there you go, those weld marks, there we go. Those are hot glue. I just took a hot glue gun and went over it and so forth. And then the shoulder sections here, These are pieces of copper tubing, a copper pipe that I modified, of course. And oh my gosh, we've got all kinds of things here. The belts that work the legs, as you see here. Let's see, right along here. I know you can't see that terribly well, but those are zip ties, right? So yeah, kind of fun. And then I put all kinds of just junk things that I had laying around the garage there on the back to be all the stuff back there, and then painted it more or less what it was like in the movie. So yeah, that's my Nutcracker. Let's see, I think I had him right about there. Yeah, that'll work fine. That'll work just fine. So later on in the comments and so forth, let me know what some of your holiday traditions or holiday hobbies are. Doesn't have to be nutcrackers, although they're an awful lot of fun. And yeah, let me know what they're like. Well, looks like no one's here, but that's okay. That's okay. This is a new thing, right? We're just starting to get this thing going. So since there's not a whole lot of back and forth and so forth, I'll go ahead and wrap things up. But yes, we're going to be doing this, what, the third? Is it the third Thursday? Is this the third Thursday? I don't know. We're going to be doing it once a month on, like, I think it's the third Thursday. I don't know. I'll put more information out there on Patreon and so forth, but I'd love to have you guys join me. And of course, you can always leave comments below when you watch this later on. All right. Well, I won't see you again until next year, after the new year and so forth. I'm making a lot of progress on the MG Midget, so head on over to Discord and see what I'm doing and so forth. And until we talk again, you guys have a fantabulous holiday and new year, and we'll see you next year. Bye-bye.